In Kaiju number 8, every captain has their own philosophy. Some build around teamwork, others rely on strategy, and some carry ideals like duty or sacrifice. But then there's Gen Narumi, the prodigy of Division 1, a man who measures the world by a single matrix, pure strength. What makes Narumi so charming is his contrasting characteristics. Off the field, Narumi enjoys playing video games and buys lots of Gundam. When someone touches his figures, he acts just like a child and loses his temper. Today, we are going to talk about his character. Number 1. Narumi's sole standard, pure strength. When Division 1 went on a mission to eliminate a Godzilla with a 7.2 fortitude, Kaiju has suddenly broken a bridge, and all the military tanks are destroyed. Instead of panicking, Narumi immediately assigned roles to other members. When their helicopter arrived, he laid out his philosophy in front of Shinomiya. After he jumps off the helicopter and one-shotting the Godzilla, he finished his sentence. From the scale perspective, 8.0 fortitude is classified as a manga monster. It often takes the whole division to neutralize. We can clearly see that even the vice captain cannot land an effective attack with his machine gun. In the first season, Kaiju number 10 is classified as 8.3, and yet with Hoshina Unleashed state with 92% combat power, it still takes him a while to win, let alone one-shotting him. On the other hand, it is pretty obvious that Narumi was not even getting serious when he killed the Godzilla. Until the endgame, with Kaiju number 9, he has unleashed the highest combat power in history with 98%. Even Hoshina has admitted that Narumi is a monster that is superior to all kinds of Kaiju. In this anime, his is no doubt the strongest character, just like Gojo. They also share a cold-blooded mind when it comes to victory. After losing to Kaiju number 9, part of Kafka's right hand was remained as Kaiju. If he kept using the power from Kaiju number 8, one day he will no longer be able to transform back to human. Even knowing the consequences, Narumi still commands him to fight as Kaiju number 8 alongside him. It shows how far he is willing to go when it comes to victory and revenge. But here's where Narumi shines as a character. Outside the battlefield, the strongest captain is kind of a troll. When Narumi first appears in episode 1, he's playing League of Legends. Let's take a closer look at his room. What a mess! When he got picked up by the vice captain, he even crawled like a puppy. To be honest, it is kind of cute. That's why I put him in the thumbnail. Also, he is very childish. He will never admit that someone is better than him on the battlefield, even though he loses to Hoshina in small Kaiju fights and loses to Mina in long-range fire. When Hoshina points that out in front of his crew, his dignity gets smashed into pieces twice. Seeing the interaction between him and Hoshina, combined with their height, it is like watching two primary school students having a fight. On top of that, he cares so much about the way people look at him. In episode 1, after killing the Godzilla, the news has gone viral on the internet. However, it does not present in a way that favors Narumi. You can clearly see Mina's face in the center, while our poor captain only gets a small corner. Even with all the consideration, his reaction was a little bit too much. Let's look at the way Narumi advertises himself. In episode 3, he saved 2 children. When the boy said the word Narumi, he immediately corrected him as Captain Narumi. Here is the most ridiculous part. He told the kid to post "Captain Narumi is so cool" 10 times with their phone. What a narcissist. This is a great contrast, the man carrying an extreme philosophy, yet living as casually as possible when he isn't on the battlefield. So why does this matter? Because it highlights Narumi's complexity. His strength-centered worldview isn't fueled by ego, it's pragmatic. Strength is only his metric when it counts. In normal life, he lets go of that intensity and lives how he pleases. It creates this almost jarring duality: a hyper-focused predator in combat, a laid-back trickster outside it. So, who is Gen Narumi? He's the strongest soldier, but he's also someone who refuses to carry that burden every second of his life. His playful, relaxed persona makes his extreme standard not only tolerable, but magnetic. In a sense, Narumi is both shield and trickster, the one who sets the bar for humanity's battle strength, but also the one who never forgets that life is more than the battlefield. And that's what makes him such an addictive character to watch. He's serious when it matters, and childish when it doesn't. Which side of Narumi do you like more? Comment down below and let me know. See you next time.